My name is Luke Phillips. I'm an attorney at law. I practice currently with Myers, Fletcher and Gordon downtown. And this workshop experience has been wonderful so far. So all 3 sessions I felt like progressively built on top of each other. Started out by giving us an introduction to the SEZ space and how it can benefit, all categories of persons, from potential occupants, developers, zone users, and then in the second session we went more through the application process and what are some of the things that are prohibited and what are some of the things that you look for. Then today, to finally wrap it up, we went through a detailed explanation of the technical requirements and assessments of participants in the zone and how the zone can be levied to grow Jamaica and provide investment opportunities for all persons. So yeah, I would say it's a wonderful project put on by the SEZ Authority, and I'm happy now to be certified and looking forward to helping people understand the intricacies of the special economic zones. And yeah, can't wait to go to the next one.
Okay, so my name is Jazeel Martin. I am an attorney with Myers, Fletcher and Gordon, and also a part of their SEZ practice group. I've been in the SEZ arena since 2017, fresh out of law school, introduced to the SEZ regime with the mass transition of entities from the free zone regime to the SEZ regime, and have been assisting clients throughout the application process, from concept to completion, and also in keeping up with their ongoing regulatory requirements. My experience with the workshop series have been absolutely amazing. It was an opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority, and also get some practical behind the scenes insights in terms of what the government of Jamaica's SEZ policy is, how does it impact on the application process, and also in terms of guiding our clients from putting in place their business plans and coming up with the SEZ concepts that are bankable, that can actually translate from paper to actual commercial reality, and something that is profitable and brings significant value to Jamaica and her people. So it was great. I loved it. The authority did a fantastic job, and I think other people should try to attend these sessions, become certified, because you gain so much more insight outside of just what is written in an act, regulations, or regulatory guidelines from time.
Hello, I'm Keisha Ann Savage, attorney at law. I'm a sole practitioner, and my purpose for coming to this seminar over the 3 days was basically to broaden my understanding of the purpose and the role of SEZs. I have a client that is licensed under the SEZ, and I did so with a lot of hiccups and backlogs, but it eventually came through. So I'm glad I came, and I'm very, very, very excited, especially in light of the fact that the SEZ staff are very end-user friendly and very approachable and very helpful. And I will definitely be recommending SEZs to my clients.
Hello everyone, my name is Chantal Bennett. I'm an attorney at law at Duncox Attorneys at Law. I've been working with the Special Economic Zone Authority since about 2018. During that time, I've been able to learn a lot about the Special Economic Zone regulations. Today's workshop and the previous 2 workshops have been very informative in terms of the application process for SEZs. That includes the legal requirements to apply for SEZ status, and also to understand what needs to be reviewed in terms of documentation before submitting an application to the authority. Today was the final session, and it was also very informative, as we were able to understand the different ways in which you can use an SEZ company to improve your investment and to make money, and also to help Jamaica grow. I encourage everyone to apply for SEZ status and to get to learn more about SEZs in order to help Jamaica grow.
Thank you very much, Kelly Dawn and Licia before her. Thank you all for putting on this seminar. Mrs. Kelly Dawn Hamilton, of course, who is the CEO of the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority, I see Mr. Ricky Davis here, who heads up another of our agencies, GIFSA. That's the Jamaica International Financial Services Authority. Ricky's right there beside the photographer. There are all of you are very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as participants, as presenters, the media practitioners which we depend on to make sure the message gets out, and clearly very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure as the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Jamaica's Business Ministry, to be at the third and final Special Economic Zone Training and Certification Workshop, themed Where You Stand Depends on Where You Sit, a brief guide to investing in Jamaica, hosted by the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority, an agency of the Ministry of Industry, one indeed of the 20 agencies that we have. You know, people wonder why we're doing the SEZ, why the Special Economic Zone, why it was thought of, why it is being continued. It's very simple. Sugar is gone. We don't do sugar anymore. I think it's a privilege, although some people really criticize me for divesting the sugar assets. There were 6 estates and 5 factories, and every year the government had to subsidize it by about $5 billion. When we divested it, we had to write off 20 billion Jamaican dollars in 2011. So we had a loss-making train that taxpayers were funding and fueling. That just didn't make sense. Some people, naturally, when you're in the industry for a long time, some people get attached to it, but the facts are we couldn't afford it anymore. So what do? We have to look at new industries. Luckily, we had tourism going forward for us. Some farming. We need to do a lot more of that, a lot more orchard farming. Whenever I travel on business missions, they want more ackee. Goya, when I was in Fort Lauderdale last year, wanted 20 40-foot containers of ackee. We could give them one. Now, what you must hear is opportunity. We tend to say, oh, we can't get enough. What you must hear is opportunity. They wanted Scotch bonnet, container fulls. We couldn't get it. They want breadfruit flour and slices packaged nicely. Can't get it because breadfruit is non-gluten. Everybody wants non-gluten these days. They want mangoes. Not so much common mangoes, naturally. The first one in the line was East Indian. That surprised me. I thought it would have been Julie. But it's actually East Indian, Julie Bombay. They want as much as we can. Avocado. The Wegman group of supermarkets, which are really high-end supermarkets in the northeast of the United States. And in fact, the billionaire Danny Wegman is married to Paula, now Paula Wegman, and a very strong Jamaican connection. They send me pictures, Instagram stuff of their supermarket with Jamaican papayas and avocados. They can't get nearly enough because we won't invest in growing nearly enough. There are tremendous investment opportunities. Now, I'm going to get to SEZ, but you have to hear about this, this investment opportunity, which is great for Jamaicans. We think that, oh, there's not much we can do. There's a lot we can do. We have land, but we need to run it like a business. People complain, oh, you grow mango, they're going to thief it. Well, of course people eat mangoes. They steal the cane to it, they can't thief as much because so much cane can you eat. But mangoes is different. So you must run it like a business. You have to have a line item for fertilizer, a line item for agronomy services. You have a line item for security services. That might include electric fence or what kind of wire fence. I'm not in the security business. You go get good advice. But if you're going to run a business and a farm of 500 acres, you're going to need security. So there are great opportunities there. I say that because SEZ is One of those, I can't believe I said Z. I'm from St. Elizabeth. We learned Z. But clearly, it has rubbed off. Clearly, the SEZ business is where we're looking at, because we have to look at services. When Jampro started the SEZs in, I don't know, 2015 or so, they laughed at it. Couldn't happen. Well, they start off with about 15,000. By the time we got to the pandemic in 2019, there was 43,000. Today, there's 62 or 63,000 employees, bringing in about $1 billion a year in income into Jamaica. So that's why you're here. Now and I know many of you laugh at BPO. So last year the Prime Minister had a big opening out there. I went out there, and after the speeches, I walk around a couple of the BPOs, and I go up on 23. Saw a guy up there, in his jeans, red shirt, and not more, on phone, a headphone, and look ordinary. So I asked him what him do. Can't tell you the company work for a big one, big company. He's handling all the marketing, backroom, transportation, returns, whole heap of money he's in charge of. So I walked down to the parking lot. I tell this story because it's true. I did walk down to the parking lot, and I looked. There was no Lada, no Pro Box. I see BMW, Mercedes, high-end Toyota, and other SUVs. BPO is a whole different world. Just down the road here, sir, Harbour Street. You go down to downtown, you go down to Harbour Street. KPMG has a knowledge center down there. They get all the work. KPMG in the United States send their work to two places, India and Jamaica. There might be a third. I'm not sure they have the Philippines still. But anything in Chicago now, which is their head office, Jamaica gets the call first. Jamaica can get it done. I asked Kelly Dawn and Licia and our lawyer, Janice Williams, to look at the law. We have to make some changes to get more of them in. Because the partners, many of the partners' assistants in Chicago are Jamaicans, living in Jamaica, working in Jamaica, working through that KPMG knowledge outsourcing business. So that's the reason why we're doing SEZ. It is because as Jamaica changes, we have to make sure we prepare the economy to change accordingly. And I tell you, there is money in orchard cropping. And we, Jampro, I say we because it's one of my agencies, right now Shulette just left a forum that Kelly and I were at. I thought you weren't there. You were here. Kelly Dawn and I were at AAC Hotel. Shulette is gone. Shulette is the president of Jampro. Gone with the vice chairman of the Jampro board, Ian Levy, to meet, I think, 57 suppliers and 36 buyers of Jamaican products in the linkages program. Jamaica is changing. Engaging with our SEZ partners is paramount, and today's workshop is another key component that will help shape a better future for investors and government partners. Now, clearly, the first two sessions held on February 24th, 2024 rather, were a success, and this session was equally beneficial. The first two sessions, held on February 15, 2024, consisted of 24 participants, themed Your Roadmap to Maximizing Investments. Second session had, on 27th of February, 22 participants, making SEZ projects bankable. What I love is that you're from the private sector. I take business missions around the world for Jamaica, and all of them are business people. They pay their own fee. I took 73 to Guyana. The second time to Guyana, we're going back incidentally, I think in May. And everybody pays their fee, so they see value in going into Guyana. You see value in being here. We want to make sure you get that value. I'm very glad that you're business people, because let me tell you, everywhere I go, I tell everybody, it's business people, taxes pay the Prime Minister, Nigel, and me. Sorry, that's Minister Clark. I have a big budget yesterday. I have to give him Minister Honorable Dr. You know all them things. Clark. So I recognize and appreciate always dealing with business. You guys pay my salary even when you say, oh, but government people pay taxes. Yeah, we pay taxes after you pay us our salary. We can't pay any taxes until you pay us our salary. So business, you hear me say Jamaica's business ministry? Only one person can name ministry. Name Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. That's Prime Minister naming. My sub-naming is Jamaica's business ministry. No apology. Very happy to work with you guys because you pay my salary. That's very important. Now, understand that they make all kinds of noise about minister's salary. So we're not going to talk about that. Just leave it at that, okay? The workshops were conducted by experienced professionals. Thank you so much to the presenters for participating from across the island. Yes, please give them a round of applause. I heard the last part and it sounded good. So, and enabled an immense increase in lead generation, which is very important. Improved documentation submission. That's so important. Business people, and many of you are young, you have to get the documentation right. We want to get it all online, but it's still documentation. Because I tell you, when everything is going right, as many of you might very well know, I ran banks for a long time across the world. Made banks, took two of those banks from bankruptcy, near bankruptcy, or not doing very well, to doing exceptionally well. When things are going well, everybody loves you. You're great, you do this, give your parties and all kinds of stuff. Big cars and great vacations and all that stuff. When anything goes wrong, they go for your contract, they go for the documents you sign to see what, them don't want to hear about how good you did, them don't want to hear from you at all, full stop. Them head for the document file. So, please, make sure you get your documentation done well. Because when there's a dispute, that's all them going to look at. Them don't want to hear from you, and if them hear from you, it's through a very expensive lawyer in court. So make sure you get your documentation right. And we're here to help you. This workshop is about getting that documentation right. The workshops have also aided in improving collaborations. I'm doing this so that by the time I finish and hand out the certificates, lunch will be served. No, I'm almost done. The workshops have also aided in improving collaborations with professional bodies such as the Master Builders Association, the Realtors Association of Jamaica, the Institute of Chartered Accountants, the Institute of Management Consultants, and the Jamaica Bar Association, and similar organizations that play a major role in the SEZ regime. At the end of each session, participants were awarded a certificate of participation in the specific workshop. Participants executing in all 3 sessions, and I think there are 10 of those, will be awarded an SEZ certification. We're very happy for that. The workshop have also provided credible points of contact for prospective investors seeking information about and assistance with the SEZ application requirements and to become indirectly ambassadors for the SEZ regime. The Jamaica Special Economic Zone will soon make it easier to access some of their services through the Business Gateway, another agency of Jamaica, of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. JAMPRO has launched a Business Gateway. If you haven't gone there, please go there. We have 16 already agencies that you can access all you need from them, including 3, I think at least 3 municipalities. You go there, you get what you need. We just last week, I launched the Export Jamaica portal for the Trade Board. when I went there, it blew my mind. A guy called Jason Mills and others who work with the ICT team put together an amazing stuff, 190 countries. You want to know what Denmark requires if you're going to export sauces to them? It's there. You want to know where it's located? You want to know which law you have to abide by, how you apply? Everything is on the Trade Board's export portal. Go there and use it. Let me tell you, divest yourself of some of the time that you spend on social media. Go to the export portal. I promise you it's well worth your while. And you go to the business gateway on Jampro. It's well worth your while. And all of them, you can see something of them at the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. We're there to help you, which is why we're here today. We are making it easier to do business in Jamaica by implementing new systems and processes to increase productivity. I'm going to stop there. I just tell my Pone story up at AC Hotel. Anybody know what Pone is? All I want to come from, oh, somebody said pudding. Oh, you must have come from the country and learned it in Kingston. Because the Kingston people don't know this, you know. They don't know Pone. They only know pudding that you pay expensive money for at the supermarket. So, the thing about productivity is this. You and your husband or you and your brother, sister, made 12 different pones, P-O-N-Es. You like the spelling? This past Christmas, okay? Next Christmas, the same two of you, and the 3 pudding pan and 3 pot, go make pone again. But this time, you arrange the ingredients. You buy them early, arrange them on a table. You have you and your brother and maybe your nephew. Same group of people that made it 12. But this time, you've rearranged it. You made sure it's much more efficient. And instead of 12, you come out with 20 or 24 out of the same ingredients and implements. That's productivity increase. You don't have to go learn economics to understand that. Everybody understands pone and pudding. But that's no matter what the professor tells you, and Dr. Henry was there this morning. I said, no matter what Dr. Henry from POJ tell you and give a nice formula, that's how it works. That's how productivity works. We in Jamaica must find, every one of us must say, how do I become more productive? We are on the lowest level of productivity in the Caribbean, in fact, in the world. We are good at many things, but we have to increase our productivity. And in order to increase our productivity, I'm just going to tell you congratulations and hand out the certificates. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. And go and spread SEZ.